Next up, in the grand finale, we have Takashi Ikutsu, Vice Consul here at the embassy. He's going to talk about Japanese business etiquette. Takashi, I promise you, is a wealth of experience. Having been here at the embassy for 28 years, currently as Vice Consul, obviously in the consular department. He's seen everything, and most importantly, knows everything about Japanese culture. We're well aware the first spotlight in Japan was a bunch of Westerners giving advice on how to do business in an Asian country. And as much as we can advise you, just how different Japan is in terms of culture, and it's actually one of the most important things we do. As long as I've been here myself, be that 19 years, I'm still an outsider, so there's no better person to do that than Takeshi to give us a valuable insight. So over to you, Takeshi.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me to speak on the subject. My name is Takashi, and I'm a Vice Consul at the British Embassy, Tokyo. I was born in 1969 in a very traditional family. 3 generations lived in one house. My dad was a banker, mom was a nurse, grandparents were retired, but my grandpa was a school teacher. So I have very, very traditional value. And I've been with the embassy for 28 years, 25 years with admin section, and last 3 years with consular. I deal with Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ministry of Justice, police and prison services on a daily basis, as well as private sectors such as hospitals, airlines, and hotels. I will share my personal thoughts and things that work for me in order to get my business done effectively in Japan. So why Japanese business etiquette is important? It is essential to establish a good rapport with Japanese people. We appreciate foreign nationals making efforts to learn Japanese culture, and it helps you get what you want from them. There are a lot of similarities between the UK and Japan, both island nations with long, long history. The world saw the culmination of the UK's complicated protocol. Japan has very complicated unwritten rules as well. Showing a respect to Japanese culture will help you build a good rapport with Japanese people, and they will be happier to assist you if they like you. And it doesn't cost you anything, but it will help you getting what you want from your Japanese contact. It increases your opportunity and success. Here are some basics. We take business card extremely seriously, and it's very important business tool in Japan. So I'll come back on this later. And dress code is important as well. Younger generations are more forgiving, but those at my age group can take it very seriously. If I'm underdressed at the meeting, I'll be feeling embarrassed. But if others are underdressed, I may be offended, as I would feel I was not treated with respect. So it is always good to check dress code. And triple check the spellings of names if there are any documents to be shared with them. If my name is misspelled, I'll be offended. But having said that, I do not expect you to pronounce my name correctly, as I may not be able to pronounce your name, but I do expect my name to be spelled correctly. And here are 3 bowing. 15 degrees for greeting, 30 degrees to greet your customer or seniors, and 45 degrees to show gratitude or an apology. Japanese people can be tough on each other on this, but we are, generally speaking, very tolerant with foreign nationals, and we do not expect you to follow and know the differences of these bows shown here. And tricky thing is that you should not overdo it, as there is a risk of you sending a wrong message to us Japanese people. You must have seen a stereotype Japanese on a film or comedy show where a person is keep bowing. So if you overdo it, we may think you are making fun of our culture. Once you won their trust, you could make harmless jokes, but you better avoid doing anything risky before you know individuals' preferences. And frankly, I do not expect foreign nationals to bow, and I personally feel more comfortable with handshake without bowing. So what do we want from you? We do not like surprises. Please set a clear agenda for meetings, share it with them, and tell them what you like from them in advance. If it is just an introductory call, please tell them so and arrange a separate meeting to discuss businesses in details. And if possible, send a list of questions prior to the meeting, as it will help them prepare for the meeting. We hate to make mistakes, and we do not want to waste your time. So if you give them a time to prepare by sharing a list of questions before the meeting, that would help them a lot, and the chance of you getting meaningful answers in the meeting. And it is always good to exchange the CVs of the executives prior to the meeting. By knowing their work history and hobby, you could use it as an icebreaker at the beginning of a meeting. Things like, oh, you're born in Hokkaido. I've been there before. And as I've been saying, business cards are very important. Please try to have enough cards and everyone in the meeting gets your card. If you don't have enough, you might not give your cards to junior people in the meeting, but those who are not given your card might think they're not important enough for you, and they may be in a decision-making position in 10 years' time, and they may well remember the fact that you did not give your card to them. But having said that, it might be impossible to have enough card. As I said, it's very important and everyone wants your card. So it may be simply impossible to have a card for everyone. And if that happens, please try to get the card from them and send a quick email after the meeting and thank them for their time. And they would love that. And you will find in most cases, Japanese side will be ready 5 minutes before the meeting. So please be punctual. This applies both beginning and end of the meeting. They may have another appointment after your meeting, so please prepare for the meeting in advance and try to finish on time. And this becomes more important when you see executives. And we do not expect you to behave like Japanese. We are ready to shake hand without bowing. So here I've listed things I do not like. I do not like to be ignored. If I attend a meeting, that's because I have something to contribute. And for me, dress code is very important. I like to prepare for a meeting, and I do not like surprises and embarrassing situations where I have no answers to questions asked. If I provide information in advance, I would expect meeting attendees to read it in advance. So I welcome any questions based on my briefing material, but I do not like to be asked anything explained in my briefing material, as that suggests that they have not read it. These are my personal preferences, but why this is relevant to you? That is because when you do business in Japan, you will come across someone in my age group between 50 and 60, and they are in decision-making positions. And typically, most of them are men. That's a reality in Japan at the moment. So what could go wrong? I put 3 things: business card again, culture, and generation gap. You will see this law when you do business in Japan. Use both hands to receive a business card with 15-degree bow. I do not expect you to follow this, but what I'd like you to do is to make sure you have a clean business card. You can bow, but if you feel uncomfortable, don't do it, as we could sense you're not feeling comfortable. And if you're not feeling comfortable, we do feel uncomfortable as well. And here's my cards, one damaged and one without damage. As I've been saying, business cards are very important in Japanese business world. if someone give me a damaged card, I would think the person is not taking their own business seriously. So please try to have a clean card with you. What works for younger generation may not work for older generations. Things evolve, so as humans. So younger Japanese nationals are more open to diverse ideas and they're happy to accept us. But unfortunately, many in my generation has a fixed idea. We do not necessarily point it out, but when we feel we are offended or we did not like something, we may simply switch off and lose interest. I said generally, we are traveling to foreign nationals, but as soon as you say, I know Japan very well, the bar will suddenly be set higher and we expect you to know all, and you could be misunderstood. So it is good to say, I like Japanese culture, or I'm learning it, but saying I know it can be dangerous. So I do not expect you to bow like Japanese, and I do not think you need to know Japanese culture in depth in order to work with Japanese people. What I recommend you to do is only 4 things. That's respect, be honest, know surprises as much as you can, and be punctual. So please respect Japanese culture and show your appreciation that it has a long history like the UK. I've been with the embassy for 28 years, but I'll never say that I understand British people or I know how British people would react. Given my 20 years, my interactions are mainly with civil servants, politicians, lawyers, and prisoners. So it is only a small part of diverse people the UK have. Honesty is important. If you make a mistake, please do apologize. Apologies would be accepted. If you do not know, just tell you do not know. If you do not like something, you can say so politely, and we appreciate that, and it helps us as well. For example, if you do not like eating seaweed, please do say so, otherwise we maybe keep serving you. In some cases, you may not be able to disclose some business critical information before the actual meeting. If that's the case, please explain that you are not allowed to share that information in advance, but you will need to raise something sensitive at the meeting. It will be highly, highly appreciated, and they know something they do not know would be raised at the meeting. So they know there will be a surprise, but it is not a surprise as they are warned in advance, if that makes sense. And please try to be punctual. We do not want to waste your time. At the same time, we do not want to waste our own time either. If you cannot be at the venue in time, give them a call and tell them you will be late before the agreed time. Thank you for your time, and I hope you find it useful. Humbleness is seen as a good thing in Japan, and overconfidence may be challenged, especially when you say you know Japanese cultures. So please be your natural self. Show some respect to Japanese culture. Try not to copy what we do. And if you have a clean business card, you will be fine and you'll be successful here. Thank you again. Domo arigatou.